Hello. Okay, so the 1st of August down to the 7th of August has been set aside to celebrate the World Breastfeeding Week. So this has been going on for years now, advocating for exclusive breastfeeding, the importance of adequate breastfeeding. So I took out time alongside She Fits Africa, a team or an initiative that I belong to. So we put out a question via our various social media handles where we asked women if they will be willing to exclusively breastfeed. And the same question was thrown to men. Will you support your wife to exclusively breastfeed? And if yes, how do you intend to support? So right here with me are responses, awesome responses that we got, and all I'll be doing today will be reading out these responses. So pay attention, okay? Okay. Interesting responses, believe me. So the first response that I got says no. This person is saying no, I will not exclusively breastfeed, or no, I don't advocate for exclusive breastfeeding because most kids don't get filled up and that makes them cry a lot. From mid second month, I will start introducing pap and water. Mid second month. Okay. All right, so the next one says, yes, I will. I understand the baby's system isn't cut out for solid, and that breast milk alone is good enough for them. So I will gladly do that to give their body the time it needs to build up immunity and be ready for solids. Solid response. Very, very solid response here. I hope you guys are catching up and enjoying this. So the next one says no. Okay, so this actually is a response from a male. So he's saying no, no, no. Why? I am still interested in my wife's breasts. I wouldn't want my child's interference. Really? I mean, you don't want to. Aren't you the one that is interfering? I mean, well, okay. You wouldn't want his child's interference because he's still interested in his wife's breast. Wow. Alright, so here's another one from a man. He says, I am a man. I will advocate for exclusive breastfeeding because I reckon the importance of such for mother and child. I can try to support her in work as well as planning her time and schedule towards optimal breastfeeding. Wow. He goes further to say, I can, for most part, during such period, also relinquish the breast for greater good of milk production and utility. Alright, so the last one says because he doesn't want his child to interfere, but this one is willing to let it go. Alright, so I have to relinquish this too. Alright, so this response is from a woman. She says, I understand the immense benefits of exclusive breastfeeding. Seeing my child blossom like the tree planted by the river that he is, my resolve to continue to champion the cause of exclusive breastfeeding is further strengthening. Seeing my child blossom like the tree planted by the river. She has been reading a lot of the Bible, obviously. Nice stick. Nice stick. Nice response. I like this. The next one says it depends, so it's more like 50-50. Every woman's body is different. It depends on your health status. So if you can do it for 6 months, excellent. But if your health doesn't permit you, I will advise you do it for 3 months. Then start introducing the baby to liquid like pap and water. Why introduce the baby to water. Nice take too. The next one says, I exclusively breastfed my three kids. Bravo. Okay, so I'm just gonna give her a round of applause before I continue. So she exclusively breastfed her three kids for 6 months, and she had the support of her husband, right? So she went for that to say the fact that exclusively breastfeeding reduces the chances of infection and rules out constipation made me opt for it. Thank you, mother. Thank you. This one says, I will advocate for exclusive breastfeeding. It helps in cognitive development and increases immunity. It gives the baby the best possible start to life. Above all, it is cheap. Very cheap. Very, very cheap. Trust me. Alright, this one says, oh, okay. This one is a guy, so he says, yes, I will support her. And then he went for that to explain how he intends to support his wife. So he says, by ensuring she eats good meal that would enhance easy flow and formation of breast milk. Good meal. Of course, of course, of course. All right, the next one, still by Emil, he's saying, yes, okay, yes. So he's saying he's going to keep away from the breast and allow the baby be a sole controller of the breast. In his words, by keeping away from the breast and allowing the baby be a sole controller of the breast. Yep, it's for the baby. It is for the baby, not for the man, not for the husband. Okay, so I got this one. I left it for the last. Listen attentively, pay attention. It says, I'm a man and an advocate of exclusive breastfeeding. Breast milk is the first and best food the Almighty has put in place ahead of the arrival of the child. The health, economic, and psychosocial benefits of breast milk are maximized when it is exclusively given for the first 6 months of life. I will support her by 1. Helping her stay well nourished and healthy, help with domestic chores, either directly or indirectly by getting her a help. Also, place less demand on her so she can focus on the great task of nurturing the breastfeeding child. And finally, appreciate her in words, kinds, and if possible, in cash for the good job she does breastfeeding the baby. Wow. So guys, men and women have a role in ensuring exclusive breastfeeding. So don't think, oh, I'm the man and I can't, breastfeed, so I have no role. You do have a role. Support your woman. You understand? Yeah. Okay, so I'll be having someone from Shifit Africa who will respond to some comments, some of the responses that I got, and then I see you from there.
Yes, it's World Breastfeeding Week, and this year we are looking at breastfeeding and its impact on our environment. So I decided to step out. I'll be answering certain questions that have to do with our concerns and myths that are related to breastfeeding. I'll start with the issue of breast sags. Well, breast sagging really has nothing to do with breastfeeding. Majorly, what plays a role that causes breast sag is age. So as a woman ages, you'd expect the breast to sag. But even if you're a nun and you don't breastfeed, your breast will still sag. Then there's also the question that has to do with cesarean section and breastfeeding. That is, a woman who gave birth through cesarean section and not vaginal delivery cannot breastfeed. Well, that is not true. A woman who went through cesarean section to give birth to her child can breastfeed. She just has to be taught by a breastfeeding expert how to position a baby in such a way that she won't feel pains and all of that. Then there's also the question of milk production, where that some women don't lactate and all of that. Well, one of the things that help lactation is to early initiate the process of breastfeeding. That means the first 30 minutes to 1 hour after delivery, you should put your child to breast. This helps to produce milk. It helps milk let down. So this way, suckling reflex from the child will trigger the hormones to aid milk let down. There are several benefits that are associated with breastfeeding for the mother and for the child, even for the husband. At least it saves money for the husband. For the woman, it helps to reduce the risk of breast cancer, ovarian cancer, postpartum hemorrhage. It also helps to create bond between the mother and the child. And for the child, it helps to reduce issues like constipation, future diseases like diabetes mellitus, obesity, and all. So and much more for our environment. It is highly sustainable. It prevents the use of formulas that are produced with tins and nylons and all of that, and generally it gives us a healthy planet. So I think with these few things that I've shared with you today, you would also advocate for breastfeeding. Thank you.
So guys, how about you go to the comment section? I mean, tell me, will you exclusively breastfeed your child if you're a woman? And if you're a man, will you support your wife to exclusively breastfeed? And if your answer is yes, how do you intend to go about that? As a woman, why do you want to exclusively breastfeed if you're going to? And why won't you exclusively breastfeed if you choose not to? Okay, so see you guys again. It's me, Batet, saying bye-bye.